Yo, Kingdom, community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe.
We in the building, I know, I already can see by your face you're upset. I already can see that you're upset because I got the king next to me. The king, yes sir, yes sir. Big Dog was in the building, man.
What's going on, my brother?
My brother, man, Mr. Derrek Pugh was in the building, okay? But he's added some titles to his name. So, before we get to him real quick, let's pay 2 quick bills because you're at the Community Vibe podcast, so we got to pay bills, okay? We got to pay bills. Number one, the first bill is if you woke up this morning, if God woke you up this morning, give him all the praise and the glory, all right? Give him all the thanks because he is able. He is able, okay? Without him, there's no us, okay? All right? Listen, number 2, boom, you hear the music playing in the background? Yeah, man. You can hear the smoothies being made right now, man, because you already know where you at, man.
Yes,
you at the groove, man. The groove, smoothie and juice bar, located on 7510 Bonner Square Road, okay? Come out and please support black-owned business, all right? Now, I know, stand on your feet, everybody get up. Everybody stand up for your boy, my homie, my boy, man, Mr. Derrek Pugh, man. Round of applause.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. You know it ain't nothing but love, bro.
You know what I'm saying, man, he's been my brother for a long time, so it's only right for him to come on, right, sit next to me, so I can tell you how great he is. Okay?
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man.
That's my sole ambition for this today because I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, man.
And listen, but Dillon, South Carolina.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Dillon, South Carolina is proud of you. Let's talk about why Dillon, South Carolina. Why is that so special to you?
Man, listen, man. Dillon has, just my experiences alone, growing up in Dillon, man, has prepared me for life. I didn't think it was gonna prepare me for where I'm going now, but as I look back on some of my experiences, I can reach back into my bag, my tool bag, and pull out any coping mechanisms or anything that I've ever had to use to navigate living in Dillon. I mean, let's be clear here. I mean, you know, I not jokingly tell people because it's sad to be honest with you. Like where I'm from, we known for state championship and murder, man, and take state championship football and murder. And when you look at it, from the holistic standpoint, when you look at the stats that come out of our county, man, it's bad. And you know, when people say, I have a lot of people come up to me and say, man, something good does come out of Dillon. There's some very great people that currently live in Dillon, that's left Dillon and making an impact across the world.
Like yourself.
Thank you, bro. And for instance, a lot of people don't know that Ben Bernanke, who used to be over the Treasury Department for the United States, he's from Dillon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so, you know, we have a couple of our, my teammates had the opportunity to go off and play Division I football and go to the NFL. So, you know, some good things do come out of Dillon, man, but just Dillon in itself, man, is my heart. I love it. I mean, I'm actually a true Carolina boy, to be honest with you. My mom was from a small town called Richland, North Carolina. That's right on the border where south of the border is. And my dad's from Dillon. So my mom's from North Carolina, my dad's from Dillon, and I had the opportunity to live. My first 10 years of my life, I lived in Richland, North Carolina.
Wow.
Man, you know, so
right on 95.
Right on 95.
Yeah.
Right off 95.
Yeah.
So when, you know, people say, you know, where you from, I break it down to them and I tell them, like, I'm a true Carolina guy, you know, true Carolina guy. So, yeah, man. Yeah,
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome, man. So you left Dillon, South Carolina.
Yeah.
And you also had some challenges leaving there, you know, because what we like to call you made it out. Right. So you made it out. Some of your friends may not have. Right. But you made it out. And you landed somewhere, man. You landed somewhere very special that's near and dear to my heart. Why Benedict College?
Man, listen, man.
Benedict College, bro.
Man, my buddies always jokingly tell me like, dude, you gotta write a book, cause like it's unreal. Like,
wow,
it's unreal for where you come from
right.
and what you're currently doing. Like, people
right.
need to hear your story and understand.
They do.
So, you know, let's rewind back to Dylan and playing ball.
Let's go back.
And you know, we doing everything that we need to do on the athletic side.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know this. I mean, some people do know this, but Dylan is in this area that's considered the corridor of shame.
What's that?
That's where that our education isn't up to par like all the other places are. So you know, and I wish I could ramble off the name of those towns, but I think it run up the corridor from Allendale all the way. It's like 95 up 95.
Okay.
Yeah. So. And so a lot of people would say, like, you know, how do you guys have like this awesome football team, but education sucks? And at the time, you know, we're not thinking about that. We're just thinking about playing ball. Right. And so, you know, I had all these opportunities to go places. I went to individual camp at Tennessee, USC, all these other schools, and had recruiters calling and all that stuff. But what we didn't know is when you don't take the SAT and the ACT, that phone stops ringing.
That phone stops ringing.
So fast forward, my phone stopped ringing. Yeah. So, and when the phone stopped ringing, I'll never forget, man, we was playing Fairfield Central in the state playoffs. And at the time, Tony Felder was the coach. And he called me one day, and how ironic it is, man, I was actually going to the Air Force recruiting office the day he called me.
Wow.
And he called me and he said, the no big red is the love big red. Right. That's what they call it.
Right.
So, you know, and he said, hey boy, what you doing? I said nothing, sir. He said, you want to play ball? I was like, yeah. I said, where you at, coach? He was like, I'm at Benedict College. Can your parents bring you up here tomorrow? I said, yes, sir. Went and talked to my pops. He loaded me up. We shot down to Columbia, did admissions and everything right there on the spot. I end up Benedict College, fall 98.
Fall 98.
Fall 98. I was right down the street, man. So like, still not knowing, you know, where I needed to be and what I wanted to have going on, man. I went to Benedict, man. I'll never forget, man. I was in admissions, and I love sharing these stories because people have to understand the whole totality of everything, man. Right. So I'm in admissions, and I'm going through registration, and the lady says, what you want major in? Right. I said, major in? Right. What do you mean? Right. She was like, baby, you got to pick something, a course of study while you're here. I said, well, give me the list. So I get the list, and I'm going down the list. I was like, I can handle that right there. Right. But lo and behold, I picked the hardest major in the whole school, which was early childhood education. Oh
my goodness, what was he thinking, y'all? What was he thinking?
So I charted that course for a little while, man, until practice test came up, man, and then I was like, you know what, man, I got to figure out something. So I went to see my advisor, and then, long story short, I ended up switching over to child and family development. Okay. And I stayed the course, and then I got off track, bro. Right. I got off track, and I stayed out of school for years, working jobs here and there. Like, that's what's crazy about your story and my story. They almost parallel each other. Right. When you tell your story about how you left school and you started working as a janitor, and it was your aunt that gave you the boost to say, you know, you need to do this, and the person you was working for, you know, the whole thing, man. And it kind of happened like that for me, man. And so one of my saving graces was when I met my wife, man. And I'll never forget, man, I had one semester left to finish my degree. We was just talking one night, and she looked at me and she was like, wait a minute. Dude, are you telling me you got one semester before you finish your degree? I was like, yeah. She was like, man, you gotta do better. Let's go. Let's go. So from that day forward, man, you know how people, if you talk to older gentlemen, it's like, you know, you gotta get a 5-year plan, put the 5-year plan. She had me on a 5-year plan. I didn't even know I was on a 5-year plan. Wow. Until I looked up and we started accomplishing goals. And we met this goal. then you set another goal, and then you set another one. You
Right.
keep going, and you look back. It's 10 years later, and it's like, boom, this is where we are.
Boom.
You know, and it was
Vision
funny.
of a woman, man.
I'm telling you, man. I was talking to my administrative assistant the other day, and I started giving her some background on what I was saying, but I didn't give her the whole story. And she looked at me and she said, "Mr. Pugh, you accomplished all that in 10 years?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She was like, "Some people don't accomplish that in a lifetime."
Exactly.
Yeah. So you know.
Exactly. That's
But
why but that's why you are who you are, because of what you've been through.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Man, listen, this guy's battle tested, man. Battle tested, man. He's been through a lot. But we're not even close to we're not even halfway yet, man.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
We're not even halfway yet, because a couple, weeks ago, maybe a month ago, okay, you made history. You made history, man. You was the Democratic nominee for what?
Richland County Council District Number 2.
Boom!
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Why does politics mean so much to you?
Well, I get this question all the time, and I try. It's no really textbook answer to this question.
Right.
And the most important part for me, man, is that I was doing the work in the community
You are.
before
You have been.
I wanted to take that step.
A long time. I mean, like you, man, this guy, when I've had, my homeless events, he came out, showed love, you know what I'm saying? Like way before this,
Yeah.
like years ago.
Yep.
Okay, so I seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah, so just looking at it, and then just looking at the current state of where everybody is right now, and you look at the people that are representing you, and do they really represent who you are and what your thought processes are and the things that you and your friends talk about. And so I'm 41 years old, and so like it's almost like J. Cole. I'm in the middle. I'm big bro and little bro out at the same time, little bro at the same time. So I embrace that, you know. And so just sitting back and thinking about, 20 years from now, what is Richland County gonna look like? Right. And that's the most important thing for me. And to start charting that path for us to break through and start representing those that are coming up now. So when you break down District 2 and you look at the demographics, the average age of a constituent that lives in District 2 is 35 years old. Okay. So is that 35-year-old person being well represented? And it's up for discussion, because that's the beautiful thing about democracy. Everybody can have their own choices and choose who they want to represent them. But at the same time, of course, like I said, I'm from Dillon, so like old school always say, if you're gonna complain about it, do something about it.
Do something about it.
So entering into this race and offering up myself for service is my way of doing something about it. If I'm so concerned about moving forward and what our county is going to look like 10, 15, 20 years from now, then what are you doing about it besides talking? Right. You got to show some action. And so just getting involved, man, I toyed with the ideal of running for a few offices in Blythewood. I love Blythewood. Me and my wife, we just built a home there about 4 years ago.
Beautiful.
And I toyed with the ideal, but then I started thinking to myself, like, technically these legs still young. I still got a lot of running to do, and I still got a lot of weight that I can tote and a lot of things that I can carry. So like, is this really where I'm gonna have a lot of impact? So I started thinking about my options, and why Blythewood is so near and dear to my heart is because that's the first place that I had an opportunity to work in the municipality arena. Okay. And so I first started out as one of the commissioners for the planning commission, and I went from just a regular commissioner to the vice chairman of that particular commission. And then I've been tasked with the opportunity to now currently work on the planning commission and just seeing the ins and outs. And the whole premise for getting involved with Blythewood politics at the time was because I just moved there and we built the house. And so we plan on starting a family and all that. So like, I need to be intricately involved so I can be able to talk to my neighbors and inform them about what's going on, or be a voice for what's happening if it's not something conducive to us having a great living environment. So that was one of the reasons why I got involved, man. And when I sat back and I thought about, where could I have the most impact, I started looking at the county level, and I had an opportunity because I've done the work and I've looked around and I've talked to people. So when I took that step, I was excited. I was excited about the opportunity. And I tell people all the time, like, they laugh and say, I had a plan A and a plan B. The plan A was we win county council, we help run the county. Right. Plan B was we lose county council, we still help run the county and do what we need to do. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win. So that's how I looked at it, and it was just and plan A is one angle, plan B was another angle, but we still was trying to accomplish the same goal by helping the community and doing what we needed to do.
Listen, y'all, I'm telling you, man, this guy's amazing. This guy's amazing, man. I'm telling you, man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that,
Pillar
man.
of the community. Okay, listen, we're not just saying this because of what you see now. Okay, these were words that, well, listen, here's how I felt about him years ago. So he's reaping the benefits from the work that he's already put in. Okay, I'm telling you, listen, my granddad said years ago, whatever you put in, that's what you get out.
Yep. Okay,
so listen, man, he's won the hearts of so many people. Now, when you won that race, what's one thing that you learned from winning that race?
Man, so you learn a lot because what a lot of people don't understand is this is my first go around of running for anything.
That's what I'm saying.
First go around of running for anything. Yeah. My first debate was my first debate of debating anything. Like no high school debates, no college debates, none of that. Like that was just.
We debate about sports.
That's it. I guess that was good practice. That was good practice. So let me rephrase that. Yeah, I have had preparation back in the day of what I needed to do because I can very well argue my point very well. So
sports with the buzz, man.
Yeah, exactly. So you're right. But just the whole listen, man. People are really different.
Right.
In that arena.
Right.
And one of the things that a really good mentor of mine told me, and she said, Derrek, friendship outweighs politics.
Right.
And you can control the politics in your friendship.
Right.
So, and then that resonated with me because I used to tell people all the time, I was like, when you think about DC politics and you think about, for instance, John Boehner and Barack Obama, that's his homie. Yeah, they cool. Yeah. And a lot of people didn't know that until after he left office. Because when people see John Boehner, all they remember is the guy that was sitting behind Barack making the faces while he was giving the speech at the State of the Union. And so, but it's deeper than that. And then you could put it on the level of local level to help other people understand too. Like me and you could be attorneys. We go in the courtroom, we trying to win. Yeah. But when we leave,
it's a sport.
Yeah, it's a sport. When we leave out of that, we still good because you my man. Yeah. Because friendship outweighs all of that. Yeah. So like, I just learned that when you see it, you have to react a different way because everybody might not always believe in the same thing. They may love me. Yeah. But where I'm at and what I'm doing right now, it doesn't currently fit the bill for what they're trying to do or what it may be perceived that it is. So I just learned a lot about people, man. I've learned a lot about people. I learned a lot about maintaining reactions. I learned a lot about just the whole political process in itself. We being transparent for maybe about a week, bro. I was just like, wow. Like it's funny to see what you dream and what you plan manifest right in your face. And the old saying is like, if you want to see if God has a human, if he has humor.
Humor.
Pray about what you want and be genuine about it and watch how it works for you, you know? And
like this, much like this podcast,
yeah,
man. Much
yeah,
like this podcast,
yeah.
Because I have the opportunity to have guys like him on, which is a blessing to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? But listen, you put in so much work, man. You learn so much.
Yeah.
You develop so many positive relationships. We know that the political game can get ugly sometimes.
Yeah.
Yet you remain positive throughout the entire way. How did that play on your mental psyche?
Well, I'm a positive guy myself, period. You know, like, only time you probably see me out of pocket and upset and talking trash is when I'm with the bros.
Yeah, that's it.
but like in genuine life and in genuine just developing relationships and being around, the most important thing is positivity, especially in this current climate. You know? Right. And just to be honest with you, the opponent that I had so much respect for her that
that's dope.
I couldn't put myself in a position to be able to say something negative. Right. And then on the flip side of it was like, let's not do that. We have a lot of negativity and a lot of stuff that goes on the DC level. Right. We definitely don't need it on our local level. Right. You know, and if I can't win being who I am at the core, then I don't want to be there. Exactly. You know? Exactly. And so just that alone helped me stay focused and do what I needed to do, you know. And it wasn't always reciprocated, but you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I got to live with me, and I got to live with what I have done and what I have going on. So that's how I looked at it. Right.
So prior to you winning that nomination, you have been helping so many troubled youth for many years. Now you are the deputy.
Right.
What is it?
The deputy director at the South Carolina Youth Challenge Academy.
Right.
Yeah.
You've been there how long?
I just celebrated my second year in July, man.
Now you are the first what?
I am the youngest deputy director in the history of the South Carolina Youth Challenge Academy, which has been in existence for over 20-something years. Boom! Yeah, man. Yeah. Man, let me tell you.
How you rip that thing up,
man, let me tell you how good God is, man. I ain't never been in nobody's military, bro. and man, listen, I have a few buddies that are retired from the military that helped guide me through this, man. Yeah. And you know, they say stuff like, bro, listen, until you figure out the ranks, just stand up when the general come in the room and address everybody as sir and ma'am. So that's worked pretty well for me, you know. But yeah, man, no military experience at all, man. But definitely programming for kids and understanding how to connect. That's what it's.
Miss Reed also.
Absolutely.
Big shout outs to her. Big shout outs to her. Now, you know, you have been working with those young men so much, and they have so much love for you, man. You know, when I came out there to, you know, visit, man, several times, you just see that, for one, you have a huge, like, you have what is rare to me, but, you know, most supervisors or most leaders don't have that friendly relationship with all their employees. Right. Like, your employees love you, dude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just now, they also respect you. Right. You know what I'm saying? But they love you also. Where did that come from?
Man, because when I first stepped into the leadership role, man, I always said that, you know, I think back to jobs that I had in the past and how I felt when I was at those jobs. Yeah. And I never want to be a leader that made people feel that way. Right. And I never wanted to foster an environment that people had to work in where other people was making them feel that way. Right. So I pride myself on making sure it's the small things, you know? It's the small things that count, you know? Like, I have an open door policy where my staff can come in and sit down and talk to me about whatever they want to talk about, you know? And I've listened to them. I give them my opinion. And I also always tell them, I say, now, do you want me to do something about it, or are you venting? You know, because it's two different things. It's two different. But I'm here for both of them now.
Both of them.
Yeah, because because like, you know, like if you telling me this because you want me to go and handle it, now we can go handle it. But if you telling me this because you're looking for advice on which direction you want to go in, and you're gonna handle it yourself, then I'm cool with that too. You know, and so just the respect factor, man, because like it's words that matter. You know what I'm saying? Like team, we, us. You know, those kind of things. And as a leader, you can't be in the I and my and you work for me. You know, because in actuality, I work for them. Right. And I just told the staff yesterday, we was having a strategy meeting. I said, you know. And I learned this from my wife, and it's so crazy. That's the beautiful thing about having two leaders in the house, because sometimes I bounce stuff off of her like, what do you think about such and such? Do you think how you think I handle that? Do you think I handle that the right way? And it's the same vice versa for her too. But she told me something maybe a year ago that I put it in my tool belt. You'll hear me say that a lot. You know, when I say putting something in my tool belt or my toolbox, that means that I've taken a nugget and I put it in that space because I think I'm gonna need that again. So she used to tell me, she said, D, your job is to make sure that the bus is operable and make sure that the bus has gas in it, but it's not your job to drive the bus. You gotta make sure that they have the tools that they need to be successful. Did y'all hear that? Yes. Please. Yes. Please write that down. Yes. Write that down. Yes. Wow. That is. And that's the mindset that I have when I go into the office or when I'm approaching a problem or when I'm trying to figure out, you know, how can we best approach certain situations. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of, am I allowing them to do their job or am I just all over the place and telling them what to do, you know? So. But you're not a micromanager. No. You can't win that way. You may win as a micromanager for a small period of time, but then you will start seeing people alienate you and go and start doing other stuff, or they'll leave and find other jobs because they're only there for the time being. Facts. So, you go. Yeah. So I really appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. Just the doggone jewels you just dropped, man. Phenomenal, man. You know, you've like been my brother for a long time. Bro, listen, man. And I just think that I'm just so happy, man. Like so excited. You knew my mother. Yes. You know, my mother thought very highly of you. Yes. You know, so I'm, man, your wife, when you see you two out, man, it's like poetry in motion watching y'all, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. You know, like, that's how marriage should look. Like, true look, friends. We love each other. We don't always like each other, but we love each other. Of course not. It's work, man. It's work. But it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, man. Black love. You know what I'm saying? Black love and black leadership. It's so important, man. And not only are you helping, you know what I'm saying, your community, but you helping these young men, man, transform their lives. Yeah. You know what I mean? And by being the example. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you listen, man, we faced our own turmoil. Oh man. Okay. But we persevered. I mean, now you see what perseverance can get you. Okay. Now let me ask you this right here, man. If you can talk to that 17-year-old, you know what I'm saying, Derrek Pugh, leaving out of Dillon, South Carolina right now. He was looking at the screen, right? If he was looking at you right now with his hands out like, bro, give me something. What would you give that young man? I would tell that dude, man, stay out of Magnolia Mall. You don't need to get all Air Max that come out. Save your money. Be more serious about your education. Yes, sir. And stay focused. Ooh. Yes. Stay out of Magnolia. What? Bruh, listen, stay out of Magnolia. I started working when I was 14, man. I've always had a job. And like, I had like a crazy sneaker fetish, bro. Wow. Like shoes would come out on Tuesday. Yeah. Like, literally, bro. My first job worked at Winn-Dixie, man. Wow. Shout out to Winn-Dixie. That's my Winn-Dixie. Like, to Winn-Dixie. First job, bro. We used to get paid on Mondays. Yeah. No, we used to get paid on Tuesday. Yeah. And so shoes come out on Tuesday. So like, me and my partner, we'll go get our check and shoot the Florence. Because the mall closed at 9. Yeah. We get out of school at 3. We go get our check. We shoot the Florence. Yeah. We back in school on Wednesday with the dope joints that just dropped the day before. Fresh. Like, so like people was like, I gotta wait till the weekend. I'm like, nah, we already got these. But like, just small stuff like that, man. I would have saved my money, man. My dad used to tell me all the time, son, save your money. Man, I think about all the foolishness that I spent money on, man. It's been crazy. You know, if I'd have saved 10% of, all the money that I've made over the years, I'll be sitting kind of pretty right now,
Oh
bro.
man, well, sitting pretty now.
Yeah, but you know.
You have a little bit more. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you,
man.
man.
So
Hey, man,
just tell that joker to stay focused, man.
Man, let me tell you something, man.
Oh,
Hey, 17-year-old DQ, man, listen, stay focused out there.
Yeah, man, stay
Leave them
focused,
Air
man.
Maxes alone, man. All right, for my young men, man.
Yeah.
Let's let you know, for my young men that's leaving high school, man.
Yeah.
That may have faced some barriers growing up, man. That may be going, maybe first generational, college students or whatnot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, or just young black men, period, who they inspire you to be you, because now you are the example. I mean, listen, man, I'm telling you, this guy wasn't no cornball growing up. Okay, that was a cool dude, but he had something in his heart that he wanted to help his community, and he has.
Right.
Okay, now for these young men watching you, what kind of advice would you give them right now?
Man, listen, man. First of all, I want to tell you, I really want to sit here and tell you that everything that you plan in life is going to work out perfect. It's not going to happen. I want to sit here and tell you that we living in a world with a lot of kind people, and you're not going to run across somebody that hates you because of what skin color you are.
Right.
And, or what your social status is.
Right.
But all I can tell you is find somebody that looks like you. Well, not even necessarily look like you, but find somebody that's doing something that you inspire to do or aspire to do, and make them responsible for helping you reach your goal. And every last one of us have an obligation. If a young man or a young lady comes to us and seek our help, it's our responsibility to extend the olive branch. And that's the most important thing, because I tell people when I was teaching at Benedict, I used to tell the kids all the time, I wish I had a college professor like Mr. Pugh. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had a Mr. Pugh when I was coming up.
Right.
And I did, but that Mr. Pugh didn't listen to he didn't listen to Roddy Ricch and everybody else. I pride myself on making sure that I connect and understand where they're coming from. And it's funny because the kids look at us like, hey, my mama the same age, or my daddy the same age, but you cool though. And I think to myself, man, they cool too. You just don't give them an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So just that kind of stuff, man.
They were never young.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. But just stay focused, man. Write your goals down and put them somewhere you can see them every day. Whether it's on a note, on the mirror, on the bathroom, or whether you screenshot it and when you open up your phone, you see it every day. Just put it there, and then as you accomplish them, just mark them off, and then set more goals and continue to go and continue to move. Because what you're thinking right now is that, man, I'm young, I can do this, I got time. But you're gonna look up and it's gonna be
time gone.
Yeah, it's gonna be 15 years later. You're gonna go from 18 to 28. And you're gonna like, oh my goodness, I haven't done anything that I wanted to do. Just stay focused and find somebody to help mentor you. Terrance, a lot of people don't understand that it's a level to life, and you have to have mentors for every level of life that you reach. And some people only have one mentor. I have several. I have a spiritual mentor. I have a financial, career, marital, just in life. Somebody else that's married, the same age as we are. We make sure we communicate with each other, because we go through things that you can't talk to everybody about. You know what I'm saying? Those kind of things.
And each level brings new devils.
Absolutely.
Tell you that for sure. Each level brings new devils. You can never escape, trouble.
No.
You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, man, good relationships, you know what I'm saying? Networking, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Just being good to people.
I was listening to a podcast, man, maybe about 3 or 4 months ago. And every time I use this as an analogy, because I've used it in workshops where I'm delivering workshops and all that kind of stuff. Fat Joe said, if we talking every day and we're not doing something to either enhance each other or get the bag with each other or uplift each other or help support each other, why are we around each other?
Right.
And I was listening, and I've always believed for my spiritual mentor, who's like a father to me, James Rawson. That's my guy. Salute. So you know, he says to me all the time. He says, son, you know, relationships are the currency of the kingdom. Right. And when you start unpacking that, bro, like it's some things that you can get in life that you can't buy with money, man. And there's some experiences that you can have that money can't even buy. You know, the richest man on earth can't pay for it, you know? And so, but being able to pick up the phone and call somebody and tell them, hey bro, I got you this, that, and the third, or I need this right here. And people deal with you strictly off the strength of your relationship. Yeah. That's powerful, bro. That's powerful because you could call me to do something, and if it's something or a service that needs to be paid, I could pay you. There's no heart into it, you know what I mean? But if I call you off the strength of, hey bro, I need such and such, time, affection, and patience, man. You know? And so like you put that in with people, man, and you develop those relationships, man, and you genuinely use those relationships. Don't abuse those relationships. Don't abuse them. You genuinely use those relationships. And in life, bro, when it's a genuine relationship, you don't even have to share that with nobody, because nobody's going to do anything to affect the genuine relationship.
Exactly. Man, so. I tell y'all, man, listen, I hope that you wrote this stuff down, because my God dropped some jewels on y'all today, as he always does, all right? So look for more, because I'm telling you, this won't be the last time you see this guy, okay? We got a lot in store, Now, you know we can't let him go without asking him the magic question. Okay, all right. You know we can't let him go first without asking him a magic question. All right, y'all ready? All right, D. Me and you ate chicken wings before.
Right.
We done had chicken wings before.
Right.
Okay. Now, when it comes to chicken wings, would you prefer the flats or the drums?
I'm a drum kind of guy, man. I'm a drum kind of guy.
I told y'all.
Drum kind of guy, extra crispy.
Drum Nation, man, lemon pepper. Okay? Drum Nation, you flat level, you're weird. I'm telling you, man, listen, man, you weirdos, man. We're going to have you drug tested.
Listen, man, I'm telling you. I've heard people have knocked down, drag out arguments about this same question.
It's Drum Nation, man.
Yeah.
Drum Nation.
They swear up and down you can get more meat off a flat.
Exactly. No, you can't not. All right, now that settles it. A dog pick drums.
Yeah, man.
That's
hey,
what
listen,
it's
guys.
Be.
I promise you, I didn't know what the question was.
That's what it's gonna be.
I didn't know what the question was.
That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
All right. Now, how can they follow you on social media?
Man, listen. So I'm at all things Derrek for SC when it comes to campaign. I have my professional page, which is Derrek L Pugh on Facebook, as well as Instagram, and then I also have my regular page, which is Derrek Pugh. Man, like, follow, share, reach out to the campaign. If there's something going on in the community, man, and even if you're not in my district, if there's something going on in the community and I can help, I'm gonna be there. I just want to thank everybody for supporting me, man. I thank you, bro. I thank you for our friendship and love. That's it, man. I'm excited, man, about what we're about to do and what we're about to embark on, man. A lot. 2020's been crazy, real crazy. But I'm confident that 2021 is going to hold some good stuff for us going forward, man. So, you know, thank you, bro.
There you guys have it, man. You heard from the man himself, the boss, the biggest boss. Okay, this is my guy, man, Derrek Pugh. All right, make sure you follow him. All right, please follow him, because he has a lot going on and he has a lot coming up.
Yes.
All right, so follow. Okay, if you want to learn how to be in love, follow this dude right here. All right, because they got the blueprint. I'm telling you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that,
man. His wife got the blueprint, Black Love. Y'all take care, and thanks for watching another impactful episode, bro, of the Community Vibes, man. Salute to y'all.
Yo, Kingdom. Community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe. You say you want shine, come get your shine on. You say you want vibes, come get your vibe on. Community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe. Hey, you say you want shine, we'll get your shine on. You say you want vibes, we'll get your vibe on.